like to take baths up that. Anyway.
Wandering around at 3 a.m. Yeah, Winston Churchill.
By the way, I met with who are those guys that fly over shortly? You heard of them, haven't you? And the cheer for Muslim, we cheer for Muslim athletes like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I know him, and I mispronounced his name. So I'm trying to think, where was the last place I was? It's hard to keep track. I mean, yeah, you're right, Ireland. That's where it was. EIGH%. He said, you're too much like that guy who led the revolution, instead of the guy who was the prime minister. I said, he said, you got to be less like the military guy. They shot him. God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
And then you got Joe Biden who's having a hard time standing up. Take a look at that one. I want you to tell me that you think he is cognitively strong enough to lead this country against China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, and a new axis of evil, and that he's the guy, he cannot articulate the economy the way you just did.
Yeah, but I don't think he's capable. I know he's capable. I see results. I've seen a masterclass in results the last few years. You don't see the results on the CHIPS Act. You don't see the results on the infrastructure. You had Infrastructure Week every week for 4 years.
We're still importing them all from Taiwan, which is about to be taken over by China.
We had $4 billion proof point just here in California with Applied Materials bringing semiconductor investment back here in the state of California. My point being,
we're going to talk about
real results, but bipartisan results, real results. Jobs programs. The IRA, I know you don't like it. I mean, hundreds of billions of dollars in green energy investment, mostly in red states. You're the biggest beneficiary of the IRA.
He raised taxes on oil, gas, coal, pensions, and, quote, taxes corporations. Corporations don't pay taxes. They pass the cost on to consumers. That's all they do. You know that.
On the issue of energy independence, I think it was your...
Good afternoon, Slumpy here. Here is a clip of Gavin Newsome sit down with Sean Hannity. This is an extensive breakdown because there were a lot of things that were said in this Sean Hannity interview, and a lot of things stood out to me, and I've pointed them out for you guys in a political video. So this first clip shows that Joe Biden is forgetting. Too many clips of him forgetting. And as a CNA, certified nurse assistant that has worked with the elderly for at least over 8 years, when you see that, usually certified nurse assistants and stuff like that, when they see that in patients, they're supposed to write that down and mention that, hey, he's starting to forget. Can you check him for dementia, early signs of dementia? And the human body does go through an aging process, and it starts at 50, but scientists say it starts at 40, late 40 or early 40s, and goes on to 80. And around 80, senility does kick in and dementia does kick in. So take a look at this clip.
Against building any wall.
I know. I have no problem with the 650 plus miles we have on border walls. I come from a state with the largest, San Isidro is the largest land port in the Western Hemisphere. I don't need to be educated on the issue of the border or issues of immigration policy.
One thing, Medi-Cal for illegals is $2.7 billion to the state.
And how many billions are we spending for uncompensated care? People end up in the emergency.
Can I ask you?
On the back end, wasting taxpayer money.
Why is it wrong to just demand, if you want to come to this country, obey our laws, respect our borders, respect our sovereignty, apply, come in, and we can expedite the application process.
It's the latter part. Now you're having a conversation. This is where I think the vast majority of Americans.
That's why I'm here.
Well, that's the point.
I'm here to bring us together.
And that was the point of the comprehensive reform. Where's Congress? Look, you can criticize Biden all the time. Biden's border crisis. I watch 24/7 surround sound, anger machine around that. I get it.
Wait a minute.
And we're back. So the next clip is about Gavin Newsome seems to agree with conservatives. I saw that he was agreeing about the border, and he kept deflecting with laws he knows citizens haven't read since Joe Biden has made these so-called laws. No citizen has seen these laws, so he was deflecting with that. He would not admit that companies was leaving the state. Sean Hannity put up a little clip of all of the businesses that were leaving his state, and it still didn't click that in the economics, once the businesses start leaving, the jobs are going.
Times is your phone ping a day, people saying you need to get in this race because they agree with me that he's not up to the job?
I see where you're going with that.
I'm asking.
No, and I'm not answering.
Under any circumstances would you get in this primary?
No.
None.
I really am proud. I think he's a man of decency and character. I'm really proud of the president. I'm proud of what he's accomplished.
Is he strong enough to be president? That's what I'm talking about.
Look what he just did to McCarthy. He ran circles. Look at the vote card.
I didn't like the vote. I wouldn't have voted for it.
Exactly. Kevin got played by the president of the United States.
And we are back. So this next clip is where Gavin Newsom admits that California could have taken the migrants, but he didn't step up to take them. And so DeSantis made them sign waivers, put them on buses, and sent them to Martha's Vineyard, where it is a sanctuary city. And he admitted that California could have took them. So why didn't California take them? So Gavin Newsom could have been saying, okay, well, we're going to help this, border crisis, and we're going to take them in. But he didn't do that. And now sheriffs are threatening to hold someone accountable for transporting the migrants back in September. So Democrats, again, not doing their jobs. This is a lack of duty, and it's called dereliction of duty, refusing to do your job. So therefore, voters must act now and get these people out of office, because Gavin Newsom just said, hey, Biden was playing with McCarthy. So these people are not serious at all about government. They need to be kicked out.
It's on this way the fourth largest economy in the world. We can handle all of this. Okay, I'm a border state. Ron DeSantis is not. I know he's desperate to get in on the action.
No, because a lot of
belly flop. Donald Trump is going to clean his
Is it fair
clock.
that Joe Biden?
DeSantis has belly flop.
All right, we're back. So this next clip is where Gavin Newsom starts stuttering, refuses to answer the questions. And this was supposed to be some kind of debate. In a debate, if you're stuttering and can't answer questions, that means you know that there's some truth in what's being said and you don't have a rebuttal. He was promoting Biden as usual, like some salesman just promoting the same crap. And, he just kept going on and on. He admitted that Biden was playing with Kevin McCarthy and said Kevin McCarthy got played. And that should tell all of you Biden voters that what the Democrats are doing is playing games in the House. And Kevin McCarthy was trying to get Biden to talk to him. Biden kept on, holding up the process. And then when he finally talked to him, they were bluffing. So that tells you that they are not serious about government and they need to be actually impeached and voted out.